What is going on, my friends? What is happening? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast presented by Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth. Look, I am so excited, guys, because for one, happy Wednesday. I hope you all are having a great day, safe Wednesday. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're listening or watching this show. Just I wanted to say, hey, hi. This is the podcast where you get to sit down with your friend, your homie, Arrington Gavin. I am your host, obviously, the Arrington Gavin podcast. And you're probably like, Arrington, you say that all the time. Like, we know why. Get on with it. Look, I'm just trying to let you know that, hey, look, I like to be professional. Can I be professional just for this once? But anyway, I always love to have a great time just to sit down, have my one-on-one conversation with you, the listeners, the viewers out there who are just, proud supporters of this podcast. I truly appreciate and thank you for those who take the time to watch and listen to it. Again, this podcast, I'm coming to you with new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast. So wherever you get your podcast, whether it's iHeart, Odyssey, Spotify, Apple, look, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin podcast. Also at 1 p.m. if you want to prefer watching more visuals like me. I'm more of a visual learner, so if you're more of a visual person, hey, check us out on our YouTube channel, our Smooth Club Media. Also you can our Facebook page, our Smooth Club Podcast, and our Smooth Club Media on X, formerly known as Twitter. I feel like I have to keep on saying that because, like, I'm not just gonna say X, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, we're continuing to grow the platform here, but I'm so excited, guys, because this is gonna be a great show. I am just so honored and excited because I have family on who is gonna be a guest, and the reason why I say that is this individual has been a part of the Rugged Evolution family since the beginning. When I did my launch almost 6 years ago, she still is a media blogger. She was in attendance and just the sweetest personality, the sweetest individual, and always been a huge supporter of Rugged. And throughout the years, I'm like, we got to have this individual a part of the team. And she has been killing it for us. She is our media manager. She does all of our social medias. She is an amazing freelance writer. She does our monthly newsletter. She's just awesome. But outside of that, she's also the host of Clutch My Pearls podcast. She's a 757 creative, a blogger. I've mentioned Freelance Writer. But she is also going to be a speaker at an upcoming event called Bent But Not Broken Conference. And we're just so excited to have her on with us, ladies and gents. Miss Dakota Vibe. Let me get the thing.
Hi.
You didn't know we had a live audience, right, Dakota?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hi.
Look, I'm so excited to have you on, Dakota. First of all, Happy New Year's. Did you and your family have a great holidays?
Yes. I had a wonderful holiday in North Carolina with my kids, and it was amazing. We had a great time. Great time.
Awesome. Now it's 2024. Do you do resolutions? Do you do any goals for the new year? What do what do you
So I usually do vision boards and I usually do resolutions, but this year I decided to do a 2024 journal with a theme. And my theme is resilience. Okay. So
mm.
everything that I'm hanging into or connecting into for 2024 will be about resilience, having the resilience to continue forward, to pivot, to not be afraid. Solo travel. I'm going to solo travel this year.
Okay.
Scared
That's something
to
that's something
death.
I've never really done is solo travel. But you know what? It's weird because I've solo went to the movie theater before. I've seen a movie by
Yeah,
myself, but I've never seen, I never traveled. But that's awesome. That
yeah,
is so cool. Um,
yeah.
Dakota, like I've mentioned, during your intro, you have so many hats. You do. You have so many hats. You are truly, just a true talent here in the 757 and abroad. You've been a true blessing to Rugged Evolution Beer Care, and I just, you know how much we love you, and I just always got to continue to say that when we get have the conversation. So again, I just want to thank you for being a huge part of the Rugged Evolution family. And but I'm always so excited for your
My
other endeavors.
pleasure.
you have your own podcast, but you're speaking at this event called Bent But Not Broken Conference. Now, could you speak a little more about this conference?
Yes. So the Bent But Not Broken Conference is January 27th. Okay. It is
Mhm.
the brainchild of Makia Harris. She's the founder of the Bent But Not Broken Conference. And she had a conference in 2019, it was the Enduring Conference. So it
Mm,
was based on enduring the storms of life. And now that we have come through COVID, we are pivoting and we're in 2024. The conference is now titled Bent But Not Broken. And
wow.
more so, it is like we're going to encourage, inspire, motivate, and we're all going to speak about, you know, going over those adversities, jumping over those adversities. How do
Mm,
you do that? How do you pivot? You know, it's like speaking a word. We're all going to speak a word to combat adversity. So it's going from trial to triumph, bent
mm,
but not broken. And men and women can come to the conference. Most people think it's just for women. We have 5 speakers. Four of us are local.
mm.
We have one speaker, Y. Renee, coming in from Chicago.
Wow.
Okay. We
Wow.
also have a guest MC, Marnell, and we also have Elam. She's one of our singer songwriters. So it's a full platform. We're going to have a hot meal, speakers, hot meal vendors. There will be a ton
Mm,
of vendors there as well. Okay. The Bent But Not Broken Conference is an opportunity to sit down and get a word.
mm,
Sometimes you
mm,
have to get a word. You may be stuck in a place, and this is for men or women. It doesn't matter. No gender in this.
mhm.
Get a word, okay, so that you yourself can move forward, right?
I love it.
We all bend. Everyone is bent. Everyone is bent. The key is not to break.
I but the key, we're all bent. The key, first of all, that's a bar. So let me hold on. Hold on. We all no, I'm writing that down. We
Seriously,
all
we all are bent. Okay. We
Mhm.
all are bent. It may be from your childhood, it could be a divorce, it could be, think about it. During COVID, so many people lost loved ones. It is okay to be bent. You
Yeah.
don't want to be broken.
Well, and
So,
you're absolutely right, Dakota. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say we are in really since COVID and really before. I mean, we've all had our dry periods. Every industry, everybody in life, personally, have had their dry periods, their lows. Um, of course, the pandemic was a huge low for a lot of people, and then
Yeah,
that
yeah,
just have been continuing a downfall, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot of hatred going on. There's still
yeah,
discrimination going on.
yeah.
There's problems keeping food on the table. I mean, prices, economy, we're in
Inflation,
trouble. Inflation. It is so hard right now, and like you said, we all are bent. I mean, we all are bent. There's households where you might be the primary provider, and then if you suffer, then guess what, your family. So it's a lot at stake, and I'm glad you said that it's not just for women but for men as well, because us men, and I'm guilty too, we've had the conversations before. I've had the conversation before with my other friends. We're quick to hide stuff personally, because it is always difficult. We always think, okay, we got to man up, right? The whole toxic masculinity thing, and that's a whole nother, convo. But we always hide our emotions. We always hide our uh uh brokenness, in a sense. We're always hiding it. And so we never you rarely never see men out in the open talking about their pain, their sadness. They're starting to now when it comes to mental health and all the above. So I think this conference is very, very essential and beneficial. So I highly recommend, fellas. I know a lot of guys listen to this podcast, and or whoever are watching us. Please, please, please definitely check out this event because this is needed. We like I wrote it down. We all are bent, but it's the key to not break.
That's right.
Mm,
That's right.
mm.
Yes.
Put that
So
on the
it
shirt.
is on January 27th at the Holiday Inn,
Mm-hmm.
Greenwich Road. Yeah.
Greenwich. Yep.
Yes. Tickets are on, um, what is it? Eventbrite.
And bright.
But I'm
Okay.
going to put the link in the post. We're going to put the link in the post. So if we have some tickets left, not a lot. We're
Mm.
almost sold out.
Y'all hear that,
So
y'all? They are almost sold out. Look,
yes,
I
we're
definitely want to
almost.
continue to put in those plugs, but I still, I want to continue to have this conversation with you right now, because I want to ask, because you're going to be a speaker there. Have you ever personally have you gone through certain dry days, dry periods? Have do you like what's your story? What can people expect that they'll be, hearing from Miss Dakota Vibe during this conference? Do what's your story? If you're, uh uh willing to share anything,
Yeah.
to the viewers and the listeners.
So I will share a tidbit, only
Mhm.
a snippet. You got to
Only
come to
snippet.
hear the whole story. Okay. So I am speaking on the subject of family sexual assault.
Mhm.
Okay. Not per se to me,
Mhm.
but in my realm.
Mhm.
If you understand what I'm saying, in my realm, how
Mhm.
do you recover from that? How do
Mhm.
you grow from that? How do you forget it? What do you do? Do you pray about it and just walk away? It's still there.
Mm.
So we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to lay down some nuggets that are very important related to therapy.
Mhm.
I'm a big advocate for going into therapy. I
Mm.
wasn't as a younger person. Actually, funny story. I got a therapist, my very first therapist when I was 50.
Mm.
Went in the room, it was an old white man. And I thought, why did they connect me? You know what I mean?
Is
Like
that
I
like
wasn't
what the
expecting
I'm
that.
in the wrong room. Hold up. I
He turned out to be a retired Catholic priest.
Wow.
I am Catholic. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through ninth grade.
Mhm.
You talk about the union. He is responsible for what you see right now.
Wow. Wow.
He
Wow.
is responsible for me coming back to life and considering and wanting to be the best version that Dakota Vibe can be. All about him.
Wow. Wow. And
See?
it's and that's a true blessing. And it's funny you say that because I would even say, like, in the Black community, therapy is a myth. We don't do that. I mean, seriously, we pursue, the church as our therapist, right? But sometimes, look, there could be some trouble going on in the church. It could be some stuff, you really can't always. And it was I forgot. I was listening to a program, and the host actually said, your pastor is not your therapist. I just want to let you know that.
Yes,
And I
yes,
was like, ooh,
yes.
that is bold, but he's telling the truth though. And I would like to ask, what was your doubts? Because I mean, again, and also ask too, why do you think in the Black community that we tend to brush away when they when they talk about therapy? We don't even. Don't, I don't want to talk about that. We
It's
just
not,
brush it
yeah,
aside.
you're right, because a lot of times in our community, we don't want to even consider it. We
Hmm.
don't even want to have the conversation. And we should be having the conversations. And I
Hmm.
think that now it's not as crossed out as it was maybe about 30 years ago. I'm
Hmm.
starting to hear more and more about young men,
Hmm.
couples going to couples therapy. So I think that it's really starting to come into play. But that's why I want people in the room, okay?
Yeah.
Because you need to know that you're not the only one who's been. You're not the only one who's been. Sometimes you can feel like it's just me. And no, it's not. Everyone has been in
Yeah.
some form or fashion. So that's why we want to get seats in the room. We want you in the room. Come on in. Not only that, January 27th is the launch of my new small business, Pink Vibe Spot.
Woo, woo, woo,
Yeah,
woo, woo.
I'm tearing up as we speak. But yeah, Pink Vibe Spot is, I would say, a culmination of Dakota Vibe LLC, and it's just a portion of it. So I'm going to start off, I would say, probably online sales, vending, networking, and grow it. I want to grow it into a brick and mortar, okay? Because I have a whole big scenario of business that I want to go along with that. And I'm introducing my candles. I'm introducing my candle business.
Yes, you are. And see, and that's one thing what I love about, just doing this show, and those who are listening and for those who are watching, you know how passionate I am when it comes to entrepreneurship. In the beginning, when I created this show, I used to, and I'll still do from time to time, but at the end, always throw in like an entrepreneurship tip, something to help you in your, pursuing yourself, investing in yourself. And it's so important, especially now, to multiple streams of income, right? Multiple streams of income to have your pocket in different avenues, right? Because we all know, we spoke about it earlier in the show, the pandemic wiped everybody out. And the reason why the pandemic was so stressful, y'all, was because there were businesses that had to shut down. There were people that had lost their jobs. Again, breadwinners who couldn't work. And guess what? They only had that one reliable income. So after that, where else is money
What's
coming in?
left?
What is left? So I'm so excited for for you, Dakota, with your venture and what you have going in the future, because it's nothing but on top. Again, I still have to give Dakota her flowers, because Dakota, for one, networking, she already nailed that, because everybody know Dakota, everybody loves Dakota, so that's already taken care of. But you've always been a creator, and I learned from you, because I'm like, how is it? That is so, like, what she tells me things that I'm like, I haven't even heard of. And it's just, again, it shows your drive. It shows you're always, I use this kind of phrase a lot during the show, is I'm forever going to be a student. I'm never going to be a graduate yet. I'm always going to be a student, because I'm always learning each and every day of something. And that's the remarkable thing. And I think people need to always know that, is knowledge is power. If without
Yes.
knowledge, you cannot succeed. The more you know, the more you grow. And I
Yeah.
think you're going to be getting great knowledge at this event, bent
Yes.
but not broken conference,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
again, we think we can take care of our trauma. We think we can take care of our, our brokenness, but you can't. You really can. And it's important that you go to this event, because you have 5 remarkable speakers. We have one of them right here on the show, Miss Dakota Vibe. And I'm telling y'all have to show up. It's
Yes.
again, Dakota, can you please mention the location? And
Okay.
I know it's January 27th.
Yes, January 27th, and it's at Holiday Inn, Greenwich Road in Virginia Beach. Tickets are on Eventbrite. We have a few tickets left, just a few.
Man, y'all
So I'm gonna put it in the link. I'm gonna put the link to purchase tickets in the comments. And listen, the price is not phenomenal. The price is very reasonable, considering you're going to get a hot meal, music, MC, singers. You know what I mean? It's just a way to come together and network. You're going to network, okay? Hey,
very important, y'all. Very important. Networking is important.
Networking. I network 24/7. Okay,
You have to.
I network 24/7. I truly believe in multiple streams of income. I have just retired. I worked 43 years. You hear me? I worked 43 years. 20 of those years, I worked 2 jobs. This is 2024. This is my year. Okay. This is my year. As I said, solo travel. I've already got a trip planned. I'm going to Paris and I'm going to London by myself. Okay, but with a group of people, but by myself.
All right, now, Dakota, don't come back with no husband now. See, listen,
I ain't making no promises when it comes to
she going outside, y'all. She going outside.
Yeah, I'm going outside and find me a Parisian. How about that?
I know that's right, Dakota. I know that's right. The Dakota, look, I know you are extremely busy, and I would love to continue to extend this conversation, which you're gonna be coming back. This is not the last
Yeah,
time you're gonna be on.
yeah.
How can people continue to support and follow your future? Now, how can people continue to follow up with Miss Dakota Vibe?
Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Dakota Vibe. You can also follow me on Instagram, Dakota Vibe VA. I also have a page that I'm launching, Pink Vibe Spot.
Mhm.
We're loading the information in there right now. And also, Clutch My Pearls is on Instagram as well.
Mm, I love it. I love it. I love it. And before you go, I want to put it in one more time. Okay. January 27th, y'all. January 27th. Bent but not
Not
broken conference. Go on Eventbrite right now. As you're listening to this, go to Eventbrite. Bent but not broken conference. It will be held at the Holiday Inn off of Greenwich Road in Virginia Beach, Virginia. You can also follow Miss Dakota Vibes, and she will have the link up there provided with more information. Look, she said there's only but a few tickets left, so if y'all enjoying this, you're like, oh snap, I'm busy. Listen, I like her to get my because look, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. You're just you hearing your story, Dakota. I'm telling you, people, you are gonna be in for a treat, and you are gonna learn so much. I've already taken notes, and it's only been but just a few. Look, it ain't been a long conversation. I'm taking so many notes right now. So if I would look, people that are gonna be there, y'all better bring your notepads. Y'all gonna be leaving out there with encyclopedia lengths of notes because it's just needed right now. It really is.
Yeah,
It is so much sadness happening, really not just
yeah,
in our country but in our world. I mean, we have
yes,
protest after protest. I mean, it's so sad when you hear people saying, "Up, here's another protest." What else is what?
yeah,
It's the new norm.
yeah.
It's the new
And
norm.
then the visual of the migrants.
Hmm.
That's what gets me.
Hmm.
I that I'm like tore up when I see
It's
the
scary.
migrants.
Yeah, because their families, their children,
Yeah,
it's
women
just
and children. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do that if that was me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's like empathy. You gotta
absolutely,
have empathy, you know? And do you know there
absolutely.
are a lot of people walking around in this world that have no empathy whatsoever?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And that's the sadness about it because it was a wake up call for me. And I got to shout out my lovely wife Sierra because she has always been just a have a huge heart for less fortunate, and I do
Mhm,
as well. But like I mean, she will give a good stack to somebody in need on the
mhm.
street with a sign and stuff like that. And I've been guilty of saying, "Wait a minute, I got to hear their story before." And I admit it. I admit it. I have been that person, and she's always had to correct me. And it was more of a wake up call recently. My wife and I we attended a Knicks game over in DC. They played the Washington
Yeah,
Wizards. We had an awesome time,
yeah.
and we took the train, and we were at Union Station over in Washington DC, and it was. I'm gonna say just like six homeless people. All of them were friends. They knew each other, but
Mhm,
the thing that really woke me up was it was a gentleman that went through the trash, and that was his snack. He found a drink that was of course almost finished, and
mhm.
something I don't know if it was a piece of chocolate or something, and he ate that and like and it's and it just it crushed me because it's just like saying, Lord, I thank you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I thank you. You you
Yes,
always you always gotta count your blessings because I think
yes.
we take every little thing for granted, every little luxury, right? We complain about electricity is a luxury, water is a luxury, right? Just
Mhm,
having a
mhm,
snack or having a drink is a luxury. So um is people we have to continue to wake up. We have to continue to lend a helping hand out there. Like Dakota said, we cannot be we can't be heartless. We can't be selfish. We cannot be selfish. We have to be
mhm,
willing to help because there's a lot of people in need for help. Their families out there in need for help. And it's time to uh uh what is the word? We all are bent, but it's the key to not break. It's the key to not break. So that is why, once again, y'all have got to attend the conference, Bent But Not Broken Conference. Again, Bent But Not Broken
not
Conference. So if you
broken.
go to Eventbrite right now, type that in, get your ticket before it's too late because there's only a few left. Were you about to say, Dakota? I'm sorry.
I wanted to say your family is coming.
Oh, see. So
Your
look,
family has already gotten their tickets, and I'm looking forward to seeing them out there in the audience.
I know. Look, I'm telling you, they look. They've been talking about the whole time. Well, for one, my family is your family, Dakota, and we're all excited for you. And again, this new journey. You've heard Dakota say, look, she just retired after 43 years. 43 years, but she said, hey, 2024, this is her year. And so you need to be on the lookout, support, follow Dakota. She has some great stuff happening. Again, also follow Clutch My Pearls podcast. I know you said you're going to be doing some event, but it's a very successful podcast, y'all. So please support, listen to it. If you're new to it, hey, binge listen to it right now. Okay, listen right now. Catch up, and she has some great stuff going. So again, Miss Dakota, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on the
you,
Anthony Gavin podcast.
Arrington. You,
No,
thank you.
thank you. All right, y'all. Look, Dakota and I, we're gonna chop it up just a little bit after the show. So Dakota, you just chill backstage. You hold on tight. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dakota Vibe, we thank her so much. Um, I hope you all learned something from this episode. I hope you learned something from this conversation I had with my dear friend, Miss Dakota Vibe. Um, Speaking on key things that we all need to take into consideration. We all have our downfalls, we all have our dry moments, we all have our dry periods, and we tend to let the wrong overcome the right. Right, we always, if we're feeling sick, we think so hard on, oh, I'm sick, rather than thinking, you know what, I gotta get up. I'm not gonna let this overcome. I'm not gonna let this illness take over. I'm not gonna let evil take over. Right, my grandma always said, don't ever let the devil take over. Now, so you gotta always count your blessings and continue to overcome that, y'all. So we are a growing country. We have a lot of growth to do, but as individuals, we always have growth as well. I told you, I'm still a student. I'm always going to be learning and continue to build up my knowledge, because knowledge is power. If you have any trauma or anything happen, please, talk with somebody about that. You have to. Don't hold that stuff in. Men, black men, okay, hello, listen up. Do not hold that stuff in. You have to speak with your family. You have to speak with a professional. I'm telling you, we look, it is nothing to be ashamed of. It is nothing to be embarrassed about. We are here for you, okay? If you need somebody to talk to, we are here for you. um Again, that's all. Look, that's all I got here for y'all. I hope y'all all enjoy. Continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin podcast. Again, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast. So again, wherever you get your podcast from, and also 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via YouTube. Our YouTube channel is the letter R, and then the word smooth, then club media. R Smooth Club Media. We have some great content on there. We'll continue to build that up on that platform. You can also follow our Facebook page at our Smooth Club Podcast, as well as our Smooth Club Media on X. What else do I got for you? Oh yeah, continue to tune in every Sundays to my weekly radio show In Your City, which airs every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB 91.1, the Soul of VA. And no worries, if you can't find us on your radio dial, it's okay, because you can download the app, the WNSB app. It is free. That is a great show I enjoy doing with my good friends, comedian Ciroc Fox, Hustle Queen, Miss Michelle Young, and I always have to acknowledge our awesome producer, Mr. Cam Godley. So, hey, until next time, my friends, y'all be easy. Y'all stay blessed. I will talk to y'all on Friday. So, yeah, goodbye.